Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. Good morning. How's the weekend going for everyone? How's the week? How's the weekend? Halfway through the weekend already. Doesn't feel like it, doesn't. The weekends just go too fast. I vote we make a 3-day weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Whichever way did we decide, it doesn't really matter. If you have Monday off, you can recover from the weekend. If you have Friday off, you can start the weekend early. So, what would you rather have? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for a weekend? Or Saturday, Sunday, Monday? Alright, we're back. We're playing some more Farming Simulator 25 here in Judith Plains, Montana. Got the hired workers out there busy. Everybody's doing something. They're either fertilizing or plowing or cultivating. I've actually got a cultivator running on one field now. Had to make a little change to one of the fields, but not too drastic. Good morning, Fuzzy. Good morning, Twitchy. No help today. I just got Owl down there. I've got 4 owls working for me. It looks like Owl. I know it's AI, but it looks like Owl, so I'm going to call them all Owl. There's Owl number 1, Owl number 2, Owl number 3, and so on and so forth. It's they're all Owl. They're like my Oompa Loompas, you know. But they're all named Owl. Wouldn't that'd be weird? To have all Oompa Loompas named Owl. That sounds like a really bad dream you could have. But anyway, let's get started. We've got plenty to do today. I'm hoping to get into April. It is March 2nd now. So I'm hoping to get in April to where we can get to planting. We do have some fields that are ready to be planted, so, and we probably need to buy another, like a 3rd planter too. So we'll look at that. So the small change is right down here. So you know how we plowed. This is the far southwest down here. So we plowed all of this. We made a perfect edge over here along the side and plowed all this together. Well, this did not work. This whole setup being connected from way down here all the way over here and then around in here, that didn't work. So had to extend that road right there. Had to extend that north. So this is its own field. It's still plenty big. It's a big enough field. And then this is its own field. So this one does work. But the hired workers, the AI, just would not work with it being connected. So had to split that back up. I've got the plow running on the fields that were already here down here. Where's he going? I'm looking at the little circle. I'm guessing he might be turning around. Yeah, he's turning around. He's probably going to go down that way. Or he's going north and south. He might be going north and south. Probably going north and south just because all of this is plowed together now. So that'll probably be the most logical direction that it'll go. When you merge the fields together and expand them, it depends on what's the most economical way for them to go, whether it be east and west, north or south, at an angle. So yeah, it looks like that field might be north and south. Got the plow running on this field. Got all 3 plows that we have down in the southwest right now. Need to move somebody or buy another plow and put up here. But I think this field is ready. The way we're doing the fertilization is different now because we had to create a lot of fieldage, and that changes the way you do things. So, but we're gonna get started. Good morning. Watching this hurricane. Looks like it's gonna make a sharp right turn. It's gonna go between Bermuda and the U.S. East Coast. So it doesn't look like it's really gonna affect really anybody except for maybe some big waves over on the East Coast. It's currently a Category 3. It's Hurricane Aaron right now, and the winds got really, really close. It was actually a Cat 4. It's actually been downgraded. But the winds did actually get pretty close to being a Cat 5. I don't think it officially got to a Cat 5, but it got really close. So it's a Cat 3 right now. It's still a pretty strong storm. There's another Invest, is what they call them, I guess. There's another storm out there that's coming. I think it's like August 23rd-ish, somewhere in there. And that one, the track on that one has me nervous. So we'll keep an eye on that one. All right. Everybody's plowing down there. This guy's finishing up this field down here. It's a massive field. Look how big this thing is. This is going to be a lot of corn. Lots and lots and lots of corn down here. This is kind of what I had in mind, though. Taking all these fields, getting rid of all these trees that were out here. All the extra little grass areas. Plowing all this up and being more efficient, more productive. Got the big field done too. That one there. Still thinking that might be the bigger one. I'm looking at this one down here. This one's pretty big, but I still think this one might be the biggest in acreage. It's definitely bigger than the first field we started with, which is that one. So this one no longer holds the record for being the biggest field. We'll see what happens when we get down, maybe down in the southeast. There might be some areas down here that might be bigger. Maybe. I don't know. They might be about the same size as these over here. If this had worked out to where I didn't have to split that, this would be the record. This would be the biggest field, I think. But I think overall, that's going to be the biggest one right there now. So, I've still got a create field down there too. Let's actually go up to the shop. I did buy something on sale. Shocker, right? Tab to something up there. Here we go. Bought this. So we've got, this is one of the big 19.2 meter MacDon headers. It went on sales for like 60,000 something, 62,000 maybe. Went ahead and bought that one because when we do come across a John Deere, we're gonna need that. So soon we'll have an X9, kind of like this one over here. But we're holding out for the Stevie-fied one. So we bought that. I haven't checked the sales this morning. Ooh, there's another case quad track on sale. It's another Stevie one. And we've got a third, that would be a third Magnum for us, but that's a Stevie one. I don't know about this one. We've got the new one. This is the older design, older style. I think we'll pass on that one for now. Alright, so, but I think we do need a third planter. And I haven't seen one go on sale, like the specific one that we want, so I think I'm just going to buy one outright. I think we're going to go Stevie. This one right there. Get that extra capacity, get that extra speed. We'll keep all the colors the same because it is a deer. And no plate. Alright, now I just gotta find the tractor. I don't know where I left it. Where was the last place? You know what? I know where it's at. I know where it's at. I know where it's at. I remember. I parked it down here. Yep, there it is. I will drop these off. Up there, I think I've got the other ones dropped off there at the farmer's market area, so I'll just drop these Brooks chippers off there. Here's our guy out there. Across this field. Oh yeah, massive field down here. This one will be ready. I'll probably bring that fertilizer over and probably run it, and then run the cultivator over it, and then we should be at the point where we're ready to plant this field. The thing is like you have to look at the fertilization states. So nothing, these where the fields were, you can see where the original fields were. They are not in like a final fertilization state. So to do that, normally what we do is we'll fertilize immediately after the field is harvested. Fertilize that field, then come in and plow it, and then come back in and plant. The thing is while what we're having to do right now is, since we're creating new fields around those fields, we're plowing those areas and plowing the fields, and then coming in and running the fert on it. So we're putting our original fields in the first state, and then all the areas, the new areas that have been plowed out, in the final state, because they had grass on them, and that, I guess that counts as fertilizing if you plow grass under. So it's kind of like oilseed radish if it works. Got to come back in, and you can't come in with a planter that uses a fertilizer, otherwise you'll waste the fertilizer, because for some reason it will not apply it to the ground. If you just ran a fertilizer rig over it, over plowed ground, it will not apply that fertilizer to second state fertilizer unless you change the ground to a different ground state. So we've got it in a plowed state, bring in the cultivator, that changes the ground state from plowed ground to the cultivated state. Then you can come in with your planter, and it will apply the fertilizer from the planter along with the seed, and put it in, it should put it in the final fertilization state. So it's kind of complex how it works. I'm sure it's just a farm sim thing, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. Alright, we will drop these off here. I gotta remember to get a front box too. Another one since we bought a new planter. So we'll drop the front one right there. Drop the rear one right there. I think we're good on fuel. We probably will have to fuel up later at some point, but morning, Jeff. How's it going? We got a lot of work to do. Still got to come in and plow the bottoms of these fields. Got to create them. But I can do that while our planters are running. So we're gonna have to get into April before we can actually plant. But I think I can go ahead. I've already got, again, the fertilizers going. I've got the plows going. I'll probably bring them up when they get done down there, unless I get into another category, another brand. So we have three kind of dominant brands on the map right now. We have John Deere, obviously. We have Case IH, and we have New Holland Ford. So that covers the green, red, and blue. We kind of talked about this before. What could be the fourth brand? Is there a fourth brand that we can go with? What would you guys choose to be the fourth brand? There are some top contenders, and then there's some that, you know, we won't go with. And when I choose a brand of farming equipment, I kind of look at the entire picture. And to me, it's like, what? No, not Orange Chalmers. No. To me, what is like a more dominant brand that covers a broader basis of operation? So the way to really kind of look at that is to go into equipment, go into the vehicles page. Just start kind of at the top. You look at tractors. So we'll go into small tractors first. So you've got Case, you've got Kloss, you've got Massey Ferguson, you've got Fence, and then you've got John Deere. You kind of look at, you know, the tractors, but the tractors are not like the deciding factor. The deciding factor for me would be coming out of small, medium, and large tractors, going into more stuff. Obviously, harvesters would be probably the top consideration for me. And you want to look at like your Class 11 combines. So you've got the John Deere X9, you've got the AF11, you've got the CR11, and then there are, you know, the ideal combines. So that would cover like the Fendt bases, that would cover the Massey Ferguson bases. There's even a Challenger. So all stuff to kind of think about. But when you look at the in-game equipment, let's get out of the mods. So we have an AF11 case, so we're good there. We know we have the Case brand, okay? We know we have the New Holland brand. We have one of these already. We don't have a Deere yet, but we have plans on buying one at some point in the future. I'm still hoping one will go on sale. I bought the header for this one, so we'll wait and see. What would be the next one? Well, if you're looking at Class 11 combines, I think the Kloss, because you can put the larger grain header and corn header on this one. This one has a really long pipe to put on it. We would probably go with the Stevie version of this, and I do think we have one somewhere. Is that it? Yep, that's it right there. So we do have the Stevie one that we can apply to this. It's got options. Change the capacity, change the wheels if you want to, change the engine. So this would probably be the route we go. Probably Kloss. All stuff to think about in the future. Let me get a seed tank. Where are those at? Ah, right there. So I've just been getting the horse one. It's got a bigger capacity by 100, so why not go with the bigger one? I wish we had a Stevie modified thing of this. Then we could add way more capacity and probably change the color scheme on it, but yeah, it is what it is. We'll just take it as it is right now. If we ever get Stevie ones, we'll trade these in and get the Stevie ones. But it gives us that little extra oomph. And whether we fill it with seed or fert depends on the planter. I know that the Vaterstad planter that we've got from Stevie, it does the solid fert and the seed. But we fill that with seed because it burns through the seed quicker than it does the solid fert. So I'm thinking let's do the seed. We'll drive across our field here. Head over to Tractor Supply. Yeah, cloths or Fent. I'm leaning more towards the cloths. The Fent is good. We've got everything. We've got forage harvesters from Fent and cloths. We've got harvesters from Fent and cloths. But the cloths kind of wins. It's got that longer pipe, so we can use the larger grain header on it. Let's do seed in here. We'll see which one we burn through quicker. Whether it be, see which one, you know, basically we can just tell that like the first time we go planting, whatever we run out of. So let's do, that's not changing. What, do I have to move over? Is this one of those ones that I have to move over? Hang on. Maybe we gotta move back. Probably like positional thing. Not letting me change that though. That's weird. I'll tell you what, let's load it with solid fert and then we'll see. No. Wonder, so seed go on that side. I wonder if I have to turn around. Maybe this is not getting over far enough to hit the seed tank. We'll come out here and we'll turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit older and I turn myself around. We have those separate farm tanks now too, so that'd probably make it a little easier. Yep, there's seeds. Alright. So we will probably switch this to beans. Because up here, we're going to start planting up here probably first. I'm going to park this right here for now. Alright. See, I still got people plowing. This plow is done, so that's the first one to be done. The other guy, where did he go? Okay, he's still going right there. So let me get the case. I did not click on him. Whoops. Zoom in a little closer there. There we go. Alright, so we'll take this guy up north. Get him to plowing. The field, I think the field just south of us there might be ready. I'll check the FERT states, but it depends on, I know that one field in the bottom corner is already fertilized. But I need to get this guy going. And on the drive up there, I want to open my coffee. Alright, it's time for the morning coffee. Wow, that's a lot of storms. It's like one right after another in the Atlantic out there. Some of them are still coming off the continent of Africa. Check that field over there. Let's see. That's the one that's already been plowed. There were some areas that we created field there, but yeah, I think I need to run the fert over that first because the majority of that is land that we already owned. So we'll probably lose out right there when we go to plant, but just that corner. Be nice if it would hit that area and then not apply the fertilizer, but I have a feeling it probably still will. I think I've got a guy over there that just finished fertilizing. I'll bring him over and fertilize that field down there, and then we'll get probably sleep on into April and see where we stand with the fields. Yeah, won't be dropping soybean straw anymore. Unless we decide to give it to animals in the future. Probably won't be dropping soybean straw anymore. A lot of soybean straw out there. But we're to the point now. I mean, when you look at the map, we own a majority of the map. We are pretty close. There's just a couple of fields there, there's a field there, little fields there. Of course, a majority of the fields down there, but we own a majority of the map. And when it comes to the territories, we own 3 out of the 4 major territories. So look at that. Look at how many lines there are. Again, this automatically detects, where to do what. So we'll hire this guy out here. He's going to make a lot of passes on this field. This is why we need the 4th brand. Maybe even go into the 5th brand. Who knows? But we'll see. All right. He's going to figure it out and he'll get it going. All right, let me go to the fertilizer down here now. So that should be, yep, first stage of fert complete. So I'm going to move this down yonder. I may actually go fill him back up. Swing by the tractor supply. It's on the way there. This is where I need to go. Almost past my turn. Yeah, that's one thing about having the PC, being on the PC side of things. The access to the different maps that you can't get on console. So 4X maps, 16X maps. There are some really nice size maps out there. I like this one. It's a really detailed map too. So you can get way more detailed maps. On PC. You can get stuff in maps that you can't get on console, even if it was the same, like the right size. You can't get them on console just because of licensing. Here, let's see if this auto detects this field, how it does. Oh yeah, that's what we want. Nice straight lines there. Him go and do that. Alright, but I'll show you what I mean. So we're in Moccasin, Montana here. Highly detailed map. You get stuff like this. So there's Wendy's. Can't get a Wendy's on console. We've got a McDonald's down south. You got a Del Taco back here. Can't get a Del Taco on console. I am not familiar with this one, but Kodiak Brewery. I'm guessing that's probably a real thing. Got the highly detailed fire department over here. So this is something that you possibly could get on console. But this thing is really detailed. I don't know that I've ever been through here and toured this. So here's the front office. This is kind of the operations center of the firehouse. This is a 911 call center. If you ever have an emergency, they can take care of you there. Got the rec room. You can come in here and watch TV and relax. Cook you something up. Got a nice antique refrigerator there. Got a little bedroom here, one of the little sleep rooms. Got the laundry, so you know you got them smoky t-shirts and stuff, and can't put the... I don't think you can put the fire jackets in there, but maybe like all your t-shirts and stuff like that you can put in there. Got another little... This is just kind of like a back room for a lieutenant or something like that. Then you have the main fire room, so you can bring your fire truck, park it in here, get all your gear along the wall. There's a save. Got some video games. That one, somebody got mad and busted that one out. Got some video games along the back wall. Got your break room. Hey, there's Jackie's alright. Got some ice cream over here in the corner. Pretty good. Got some more ice cream. Got some donuts. Little muffins. I kind of want that blueberry muffin. And then, yeah, you got vending machines over here with all kinds of goodies and stuff in it. You got a coffee machine, coffee vending. So yeah, pretty detailed firehouse here. And it is functional. You can open the doors. So if there was a really good fire truck mod, we need an American fire truck to bring into Judith Plains. I don't think there's an American fire truck. I think there's a European one, but I don't think there's an American one. There's a subway down up. Let's see. No, down south. I was right. I was right the first time. There's a subway down south. There's a McDonald's down south. There's a Tim Hortons here. You know, you get all the extra little goodies like the claw machine, the vending machine. You can get your coffee there. You got an Applebee's. Eating good in the neighborhood. Oh wow, it's half off 2 to 5 p.m. Look at that. Come see us Sundays and Mondays for $5.99 burgers and fries. All right, that seems like a good deal. Wednesday's steak night, but it's half off. Half off app. Do you have to use the app, or does that mean Applebee's? Half off app, 2 to 5 p.m. daily. And I have to go in and ask them. Alright, so we've got a guy fertilizing down here now. This is probably, up here is probably where we'll get the planter going first. I kind of like going in order here. Like going from this way to that way. But for right now, while everybody's got a job that they're doing, we will sleep. And I'm going to go to the new farm to sleep. This is one of the new farms. So we'll sleep here. Oh, appetizers. That was it. Is that what it's short for? APP? Appetizers? I like appetizers. I really like the fried mushrooms. Good stuff, those fried mushrooms. We used to have a local place that did some excellent fried mushrooms, and they are no longer in business. It's sad. We've got a lot of those little kind of small mom and pop restaurants, you know, that were family run restaurants that have closed, and it's like losing a member of your family. You know, it's you love the food and you remember the food, but you can't get the food anymore. It's very, very sad. I think we'll pass on all that. I love the homey feel of this house. It kind of reminds me a little bit maybe of like the Waltons' house or something. It's got a little rocking chair down there and a little porch swing and a little bench there. Yeah, Grandma Walton comes out here and folds the laundry and yeah, let's sleep again. Let's see, it's going there. What are we going to? This next sleep? Going to April, the next sleep. So let's do it. See what they plant out there. There's not too many fields left to buy. We're watching these guys fly through the wall, like the eye wall of these hurricanes is amazing. There ain't nothing really on sale. Gonna take a minute for the map to update. But we'll see if they plant anything good out there. They haven't planted this one yet. This was the grass field. That one hasn't been replanted. I can tell the map is updating though because of the lag. And look, they just planted it. Like that, like the snap of a finger, they planted it. What did they plant here? Looks like they did grass again. Wow. So let's switch back and forth there. There we go. Okay, they did, what is that? Green beans. Yeah, okay. What is that? Sorghum. That's one we're interested in. And alfalfa there. They did not plant that one. They did grass there. Oh, we got some corn there. Pretty interested in that. I think we got some corn right there too, maybe. Yeah, more corn right there. Interested in that one. Oh, look, soybeans there. And then it looks like green beans all down there. So, did they do cotton there again? Is that growing? No, that's harvested. Don't even really need to look down here anymore because we own all that. All right, cultivator is done in that field. I think I need to move that over there. But I need to run the fertilizer over there first. So let me grab the fertilizer rig right there. Got our 8340 New Holland. So that field is ready to plant. I'll grab the New Holland planter that we've got down here and move it over there and get that planted. Gonna do corn again down here. Morning, Crazy. Yeah, that's the thing with the 4X maps too. It takes them a second. You can really feel when the map is updating, especially when the snow falls and they put the snow mask on and it starts loading in, because it'll feel like it's kind of saving a little bit. It'd be really like your frames will drop, but as soon as the snow gets loaded in, it's like poof, there it is. It used to go from north to south. You could sit there and watch on the map. You see the map update from north to south. So when, you know, growth states, soil composition states, all of that, planted states, all that stuff you could watch on the map, and it would load up from north to south. I'll probably put a little patch of gravel down through here. Alright, so when we look at the... Ooh, there's a little... That was a save right there. Let's look at this, how this loads in. Should be straight lines east to west. Yep. So you can see how you got all the lines there. Got the in row that it'll do around the barn down there, and then we got straight east to west lines. So we'll accept that, and then we'll hire this guy. And I will grab, this is our newish, more up-to-date case that needs a paint job. Let's see what his autoload says. Should be about the same. Tighter lines there. He's going to do 2 inrows. So I'll go ahead and get him going, because he's going to... Number 1, you'll have a wider inrow with fertilizer anyway, but 2, this guy goes much slower, because this is not a Stevie cultivator. But it is the biggest cultivator in the game. He's thinking. These bigger fields, they kind of got to think. They gotta sit there and reckon and ponder. So this should have the first stage. A little bit of a final stage. You can see where the ditch was there, because there wasn't any grass in the center of the ditch. But again, when we run the planter through here, it should take care of those fertilization states there. Should take care of these little specks out here too. I'm guessing that's probably where, like, the all the little, what do you call these? See these bushes, maybe? Prairie grass, prairie weeds. These, you know what? These look like tumbleweeds before they become tumbleweeds. That might be where they come from. I don't know. These are pre-tumbleweeds. They're just alive now. I don't know. I don't know for sure where tumbleweeds come from. I'm sure there's probably a documentary out there of nothing but tumbleweeds. Alright, so he's rolling 7 miles an hour as fast as he goes. So he's going to be down here for a minute. Pretty long minute. Maybe a few days. Alright, let's go back up north. So fertilizer's going on that big field. That guy's going there. I've got the plow running over there. The planter, we can plant that. So let me grab the planter. Go fill it up over here. This is the only planter that we own that has the liquid fert. This one uses liquid fert. All the other planters, the deer planter, the Vaterstad planter that we have from Stevie, they all use the solid fert. Kind of weird, but the way it is. I hit a button. I don't know what I hit. There we go. Looking at my cameras out front. Looks like another beautiful, sunny, humid day outside. I'll stay inside. Thank you very much. It won't be long that it'll be like this. Oh, I took out a stop sign. It won't be like this for long. Fall is coming. It's on the way. Crazy because at the back in July, kind of towards the end of July, they started putting out like all the fall Halloween decor, but not just that. They were putting out like the treats, like the fall and Halloween cookies and stuff like that. And I'm like, wait a minute. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't like Halloween treats just like everybody else, but it's July. We literally just finished with July 4th holiday. But I'm sure there's people out there watching Hocus Pocus right now as we speak. I kind of want to go watch it, I'll be honest. Watch all my Halloween movies. Why is that not opening? Is it... Oh, do I need to buy some? I may need to buy some. No, there's some in there. Maybe I need to get closer. Ah, yeah, that's what it was. I wasn't hitting the trigger. So, we'll get some seeds here. I need some more liquid fert in the front tank. 3 days later. Yep. Literally, it might be 3 in-game days later. What am I short on? Oh, did I run out? Maybe I ran out. Maybe I gotta buy some more there too. Is it empty? Yep, it is empty. Okay, so I'm gonna buy some. Just go ahead and do the max amount. Might as well. We're gonna use it. Alright, we're full. Stop in front of the shed here and do a few little repairs. And repair the tractor, repair the tank, and repair the planter. Alright, how do we sit on fuel? I think we're okay on fuel right now. At least to get that one field done. Alright, we're already on corn. We're fully full of seed and fertilizer. Fully repaired. Took out another road sign. Wasn't paying attention. One thing that I did notice, I don't know if it'll do it with the planter. Over here and check. This did not auto-detect where I plowed this out down there. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah, it does. It does. I see the lines down there now. So it didn't do it with the plow for some reason. Maybe because I had just done it or something. Or maybe because they were still field to be created over here when I did it. That's probably what it was. Okay. So it's doing it now. I've got lines down there now. So we know when we come back in to plant this, it will detect this over here. And I may come back and expand before we plant this, but come back and plow a little bit more over there along the riverbank, and then maybe a little bit more up here. Can't do too much more up here. Get all these trees cleared out, and then we can expand this field to the west. Just take it straight right here. All of that will be filled. Get those trees cut down, cleared out. I don't want to run my smoother back there, you know, right there, because there's still a little dip right there. See this little dip? It's not a big deal, but it's still there. Wonder if I can do it with a smaller brush size, maybe. Maybe like that one. That's better. Yep, that'll work. Oh, there's a save. That looks better to me. Alright, let's see where we can start this thing. Straight lines, north and south. I want to kind of do 2 in rows. Yeah, there we go. And we'll hire that out and see where we get. On corn, ready to go. Alright, we are planting. Let's see if it's doing that second stage. It should be. Yep, it's putting down the second stage of first. So anywhere there was a field. So this is the last time you'll see where the original fields were. All of these fields. That's where all the small original fields were. This is all going to be incorporated into one big field now. So it'll look solid color from now on. Cool beans. Oh well, cool corn, I guess. Fertilizer running down there. There's the cultivator. See, he's going much slower. But he's got that whole top border there done. So maybe it won't take too long. Maybe, I mean, it is the biggest cultivator on the game. So maybe it won't take too long to do. Alright, let me check on the guy up north. Fertilizer is currently fertilizing. I bet I could get the planter going now, though, because he's got a full pass on the outsides. Let me grab that tractor. If I could get this turned and fit through there. I have to go through Applebee's. Ooh. Alright, let's see if we did a good job. See what the pre-planned lines will be on this one. Should be east to west. Just like the fertilizer. We'll do one in row here. East to west lines looks good to me. Well, no, we could do 2 in rows here. What's the width on this planter? Uh, 17.8 meters. So, yeah, we could do, because the width on the fertilizing thing is like 40 something, right? Yeah, 42 meters. We can do 2. We'll do 2 in rows. East to west lines. All one field. Here we go. He's got to think about it for a second. He gotta plan it out in his head. He's got to reckon and ponder and all that fun stuff. Alright, we are on beans, right? Yeah, we want to do beans up here. Corn down south, beans up here, like we did last time. Then maybe we'll rotate it around. Alright, he's rocking and rolling. Head back over to the shop here. Alright, so it's time to really probably start talking about that 4th brand. There's nothing really on sale for that 4th brand, so we'll just probably have to buy some stuff at full price. Thinking long range. I think we'll go with Kloss. Where's that button? There's not a button for that one. There's another one down here somewhere. It'd be nice to have the one with the arms. This is something we could put the FERT rig on. Have another FERT rig, and then have a larger tractor with maybe a plow on it. And then we could get another planter to put on this one too. So, or put on the larger tractor. But I say get one of these for, just kind of like for like a utility tractor. These are by Stevie. Ooh, that one goes 37. These are 660 to 610. Can you do? Wonder, can you put? You can put a front loader attacher on this. Ooh. May just go with this. This is a Stevie one. And this goes 37 miles an hour. It makes it a lot more attractive. 260 horsepower. I'm guessing that's probably the max. 260, put the Michelin on there. Probably standard with weights. Keep the main color. Take the plate off. I think that'll work. Test it and see. AC Gaming, good morning. How's it going? Does this game make money from the product placement of having brand named tractors and things in game? I can't vouch for that, but what I can say is this. Giants has the license from the companies to use their brands in the game. So I guarantee you, behind the scenes, in the licenses that they have from them, they probably paid for those licenses. And they probably paid big for the John Deere one, I'll be honest. Alright, let's go to front loader attachers. Go ahead and get the front loader attacher for that one. If I can find it. Oh, there it is. I was already on it. So we want the cloth. This one should work on that tractor. We're about to find out. Totally works. Alright, so we will buy another Fert Box rig. Just go ahead and get the same one that we've been using. We got a Stevie one right here. I'm surprised Stevie hasn't done like the he did that one. With the width is not the same on that one as it is with the other one. It does hold a little bit more, but I kind of would rather have the width, so we have to go with the small one. But he didn't do, I'm surprised Stevie didn't do one like that. You know, do a little more capacity on it than the backpack one. Alright, but we can do the expanded capacity on this one, and we can change the color. So let's see, what is the cloth color scheme? Is there a cloth screen? There's a Vulture green. Oh, there it is. Right there. Cloth green. So there's that, and then that will change. Is there a cloth red? I think the cloth red and the Fent red are about the same. There is not a cloth red. Unless there's one like up here. There's a Mac red. There's a Skoda Volvo red. Or whatever that is. Let's see. Is there a cloth red? Like an official cloth red? There's another Fent red. There's a Brantner red. There's a Volvo red. I looked at this before, but I think the Fent red is kind of the closest one. Do you want it boosted up a bit? And if yes, what you want as capacity? Oh, I don't want you to mess with it. If it's a Stevie mod, then I definitely I'll take what he gives us. The only one that I might tweak in the future, did you see the announcement from JHHG? If you did see it, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. I think white might be better here instead of that red. Because that changes the cover on the top to that color. You didn't see JHHG announcement? He's working on the, hey what, hang on just a second, let me see if I can put that in Discord. His teaser was big news. So he's working on the John Deere DB120. So I'll post a picture of that in Discord here real quick. Tag you in it too. At GIF. So he's working on the DB120. I'm betting that will come out at some point in the future here. His official statement is big news and so big, Fact Sheet Friday couldn't fit in one picture. So he did a couple of pictures there stacked on top of each other. John Deere DB120 48 row 30 planter for FS25 coming soon on ModHub for PC, Mac, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series. I'm guessing probably whatever the current Xbox Series is. So yeah, that one I might tweak up a little bit, depending on what his settings come out with it as. So okay, I think I'm gonna do that color for now. See how that looks. Oh yeah, I think that works. I think that looks better than the red canopy on top. Kind of matches the tractor a little more around. Got the white lid, white top, and the green body. Yeah, that looks good to me. Alright, let me get a front tank. that one again. Again, wish I could change the color of that, but currently can't do that. So we'll just take that as it is. It's kind of red. It kind of matches the wheels a little bit. Oh, you know what? That cover's got to open, doesn't it? I better just leave that up for a second. Oh, listen to that sound. Sounds like a screaming banshee coming down the road. Yeah, I might take a tweak capacity on that DB120. That would be nice to have. Alright, where do I need to go? So we're planting here. Fertilizer guy is just about done here. So he's already done one in-row, so we'll do a second in-row there too. I guess I need to go over to these side fields over here before I forget about them. Fertilize those real quick. Oh yeah, this baby does go 37. Wee doggy. Oh, this goes faster than 37. I'm going 39. I can feel the wind in my hair. Alright, 39 miles an hour. That's about like the fence, isn't it? And then the fence go 39. I found my moving buddy. Toy Story quote. Is it not gonna do a field for me? Should. It's wide enough, isn't it? Nope, maybe not. Well, I tell you what, let me do it manually. It still won't populate it. Well, we can take care of that too. Let me do this with the EV GPS. Try to just eyeball it and get it centered. Don't think that deer planter is applying fert? Oh, I bet he'll put a tank on it. I bet JHHG will put a tank on there. Oh, you don't think that deer planter is applying fert? The one I've got going right now? You know what? It's not. I wonder if he's using the fert. Let me finish this pass and I'll go over there and look. Morning, Trent. You know why it's not. I know why it's not now. Or well, no. We had already done that field and I fertilized it before I planted it, so, and then I plowed it. Plowed the whole thing. Oh no, wait, I fertilized it after I plowed it. See, that's what it was. You gotta fertilize it before you plow it. That's what it was. That's the rule. You gotta fertilize it like I'm doing now. See, this is a harvested field. Throw on some solid fert after you harvest it and then plow that into the ground, kind of mix it into the soil. Let's see if it's using any fert. Hopefully it's not. Yeah, it's used a little bit. Ah well, we'll come back and fert it later. That's the thing with creating fields is like, you get to where it's like, you can't do the normal process, so. Yeah, what I should have done was fert this first and then plowed it, but I plowed it way back. Been in game, it's been a couple months since I plowed it. And then I plowed those fields together down there, so. But yeah, it's using a little bit. It'll be alright. We'll survive. So we've got the plow running up there. And he is 6 meters wide. So did I do 2 inrows on that one? I can't remember if I did 2 up there or not. I did do 2. So let's see, 6 and 6, that's 12. No, we couldn't fit our planter in here, but we could fit that other planter in here. The only problem is the other tractor. You know what? I think it might still be on that planter. I think I left it down here by where we did all this clover at. I think that's it right there. How wide is that one? Perfectly 12 meters. So we could plant, we did 2 inrows on that field, and it's a 6 meter plow. Or no, it's a 9 meter plow. Oh yeah, we could totally do it here now. We could totally use that tractor. So I'll take this tractor down there and do that. Get planting that one. Can't believe they put green beans in this field. One of these days, I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into doing the green beans and stuff. Maybe down the line a little ways, but I'll definitely get into it. Did you guys see Forward Agricultural also posted a new mod he's working on? No, I did not. What is that? Is that a spray boom? What is that? frame of some kind. It looks like a spray boom. Is that what it is? Morning, Steven. How's it going? A new FERT trailer just like he made in 22. Oh, okay. Look at all the hired workers we've got out there. The list is getting longer. We're fixing to add another one to it. So I'm guessing that's the frame just in a very early stage. Actually, MKM, you know, we could get that other mod. There is a mod, I think it's actually in the mod hub, isn't it? Where you can harvest, what, green beans and something else. Green beans, maybe green beans and peas with a normal header. Isn't that in the mod hub? I think it is. Switch this over to soybeans. There's one for green beans and peas and one for rice. Yeah, I've got the one for rice. The rice, we talked about this, last weekend, I think. There's two for rice, actually. There's I'd have to go back and look at the specific names of them. One is like, allow rice in fields or something like that, but then the other one is like the rice mod, the rice harvest mod or something. It's the latter one that you want, because that one allows all the grain headers to do regular rice, not just the long grain rice, but the like rice, the Japanese style rice. The Pantai rice. I really don't want to call it that because that's Pantai's the location, but Asian rice is what it is. It's paddy rice, maybe we should say that. It allows you to do paddy rice on the fields, but then it's just like the other mod, but in addition, it allows you to use the grain headers to harvest the rice. You know what? I need to go fill this up. This thing needs fertilizer and it needs seed before I get it rocking and rolling. Need to buy another 4th branded Coloss tractor too. Yeah, with the first one that they came out with in the mod hub, what was that? Allow rice in fields or something like that. I have to go back and look at the name again. You only could, all that did was allow you to put the rice in the fields without having to do both for long grain rice and for regular rice. It allowed you to put it in the fields without having to flood the field. So you could just plant it. But you still had to have, if you wanted to use a grain header, the only one that worked that I had was the Colossus header. When the new one came out, you could do that, plant it on, with a normal planter, but then also um, use any in-game grain header. If you didn't have the Colossus header with the first one, you had to use the in-game Iseki harvester, the paddy rice harvester. So that might be full. I need to fill the back one, I guess. Wow, looking at the satellite image of Hurricane Erin, that thing looks huge. There. You know what? I need to do one inrow. It's two inrows with this would be 24 meters, and we did 18 meters with the plow. So I gotta take that down to 1. I can't do 1. Oh, it only does 2. May have to wait before I start this. Yep, this will have to wait. If I'd done 3 in rows, we probably could have started it, but I'll have to wait. Alright, this guy finished. So that field's finished, this field's finished, that field is finished. Planting over there. Cultivator is going that way now. Fertilizer is... kind of divided. He decided to divide and conquer for some reason. I don't know why. Huh. Okay. Well, we may have to come back and hit that with the spray rig or something. Yeah, for some reason he decided to divide and conquer there. Oh, I took out another road sign. I guess I need to fold my plow up here. Guess I'll take this guy up north. And now that we own all the farms, probably going to start thinking about where we need to store crops at to be more strategic as far as like well, where to store the crop and where it needs to go. So obviously barley needs to go to the Yingling Brewery and the Jack Daniel's Whiskey Factory. But then we need corn and dry corn too over there. So we'll probably start looking at doing corn and dry corn probably at that. What is the name of that farm? The one we just bought? Wild Prairie Ranch. So we'll do barley, corn, and dry corn there. I need to see if we can actually build a propane refinery there. If there's enough room in there to do it. Kind of set it up like we have been setting it up elsewhere. This field has been fertilized. Yes. So I'll get a plow going on this because it looks like the plows are going to take a minute to run. I will do more inroads over here though. Do more inroads, that way we can maybe hopefully get our planters kind of running behind them. I mean, the more the better. We'll do 5. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's go down to that farm. I'll find it. There it is. Alright, so there is... Here is the thing. I think we could maybe build it right beside this. It's weird because the dryer's right up against this silo thing there. The best place would be right across from it, but then that would block off access to this shed. Oh boy, that sounds like fun. I think we actually could sell the chicken coop. Maybe. I don't know. Can we sell the chicken coop? It might be one of those things that we can't do. No, we can sell the chicken coop. It lights up. No, we can't sell the chicken coop. Never mind. Weird that it lights up. See how it lights up? But we can't sell the chicken coop. Well, you can feel the lag in the game right now, man. How many hired workers we got going now? We got quite a few going. So we can't put the refinery there. Kind of want to put it where I can just fill it and then come straight in here and dump the corn. Not really a great turnaround place in here either. Unless we put a road back here. Go into demolition mode. Is that it? Was I just not in demolition mode? Enter demolition mode. Do you want to sell it? Yes. We'll get rid of this chicken coop. Perfect. And we might have to do a little landscaping. And clearing of some trees. This kind of slopes down right there. This could work. This could work. We can make this work. I will probably have to do some landscaping here though. Because you want it to be about the same level as this. Let's see where we're at with that. Turn on the snapping. I'm wondering if it'll be close enough. Have to do a little more. I have to do the toggle anywhere thing too. If I can do it at an angle, I need to see where the actual trigger is. It didn't really show that, does it, when you're placing it? Let me go look at the other ones. Gotta fly. So the trigger comes out just a little bit in the front. And about right about halfway on that outer tank on both sides. Kind of know where it sits at. It's a shame it doesn't show you that trigger when you're trying to place it. I'm telling you, it would be better off over here. Be better off to put it right there. We'd have to do a complete redesign of the area, though. But we could put it over there, and the thing is that shed back there, it doesn't block the door, technically. We could probably drive around this refinery, move where that drive comes out. We have to put in a new road. I think that's where I'm going to put it. Right there across from it, because then I could just sit there and fill it up and not have to go back and forth. I think right there, it's so far down from it, I think I'd have to go back and forth right there a lot. Because when you look at it up here, go to the red farm, well, you can feel how it's really hurting the frames flying around. See, here it's not up against the silo. Here the dryer itself is kind of out by itself, and the refinery is close enough that I can fit that tank Yeah, see, this doesn't have the silo on the back of it because the silo sticks out past the box. And we can't place the refinery close enough to where see the yellow box there in the front. That's where the trigger's at. So as long as I get that tanker halfway in the refinery box and halfway in the dryer box, Then I can sit there and just refill, empty, refill, empty, refill, empty, and not have to move the trailer back and forth. That's the issue. But if I put it right across from it, which is most likely what I'm leaning towards, then it should work. They do a whole redesign of this area anyway. Come in and clear these trees out. Do a little landscaping. Get rid of the, decide, not to do any animals here. Yeah, see the side loads? See how far the boxes there on the side load stick out? They stick out just past where that trigger sits at. I think it would be better just to build it right across from it and then move these roads around. So that's what I'm probably going to do. See, this road, it kind of goes down already back here. What I could do, there's another ridge over here. Come in and clear these trees out. Get them out, get all the trees out of the way that are in the way. Landscape this over to where it's even with this over here. This is where I missed the Farming Simulator 17 little Wobster handheld mod that you had with seasons, because you could point it at the ground and you could get your elevation. So I could point it at the ground right here where the drive's at. It'd tell me what elevation this is at. Then I could go over here and find another spot and try to find the exact same elevation. Then I'd know, okay, well, I need to match up the elevation over here with the elevation over there, and then just bring in the landscaping tool and do it over. I'm pretty sure it was either in 17 or 19. Might have been 19. And now we'll just have to kind of eyeball it and wing it. Or we could just build a drive around the refinery once we build it. Boy, that lag. Get all these AI workers going out there. All right. Future stuff. We'll work on this some more in the future, I think. Do a little more leveling out here. Do a little smoothing down there. Yeah, gonna do barley, corn, and dry corn here at this farm. Alright, let me go get that other fruit rig and get him going somewhere else. Morning, Tomcat. This thing needs a front end alignment. Kind of rocking back and forth there. See if it detects this field. It may not be wide enough because this is a 42. Yeah, it's not wide enough. I'll just do it manually with the EV GPS. Go down the center. Wait, can you go into demolition mode for the other buildings? Or does that work? Hold steady, GPS. Hold steady. Oh no. Hold steady, GPS. Hold steady. No. GPS, no. Oh no. Stabilize. Stabilize. This thing does not like the EV GPS. It's got that little shake there. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your body. Shake your body. Alright, that's got me curious. Now, I want to see. I think I tried this before and it didn't work. Enter demolition mode. Yeah, no, it doesn't work on these buildings. I guess it only works on the chicken coops. Yeah, it works on that one. It doesn't work on the sheds. It works on the farmhouse. It doesn't work on the silos. I think it was body. From the days of gosh, late 70s that song came out. Yeah, can't get rid of that one. Can't get rid of that one. And the thing is, you could probably come in with the hide objects mod and hide a lot of it, but there's probably a lot on this building that is not hideable, like not a collidable. Like the pipes and stuff on here, the security camera, all the conduits and stuff like that, the lights inside probably are not not collidable. I guess the only way to really test that would be to load up another save for the map and go in and see if you could do it. So you can hide some aspect of the barn, but again, there might be some stuff like the fixtures inside or something that's not attached to the barn. Kind of curious if that would work now. You can do it. Yeah, the one you did was everything. The triggers stay. So like these triggers right here, like that probably. I can hide that. Or well, no, I guess that would be, it says part of the barn, so I guess that's tied in. These are tied in with the building. So probably these triggers like that stay. Well, we know we can get rid of the concrete walls. We can get rid of the gate. So there wasn't anything else left, like the lighting or the conduit or the fan or anything like that? Would assume this is not tied in with the barn, maybe? Yeah, we can probably get rid of that. Oh, there's another concrete wall. Nothing but the triggers. I kind of want to look at that now. You know what? I am going to go try that. I want to see how it looks. So we'll quit this game. The whole thing goes, yeah, I definitely want to get rid of those because those are sitting around a lot of the areas on the map. So we will just find just an empty save. We'll do Aider from Decatur. How about that? Now all I gotta do is find it. There it is. Let's give ourselves $1 million. I'm not keeping this save, so it doesn't matter. So we'll turn all that off. Start farm. Yeah, we'll take the start farm. I'll just put everything in there. I don't know what's what. I need to go through the mod list and clean some stuff out. Apparently the Halloween pack that's out there does not work in multiplayer. So it's like we're going back in time. We hit 88 miles an hour and we're going back in time now. Gotta get back in time. Do 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 do. Back in time. Tell me, doctor, where are we going this time? Do 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 do. Is this 50s or 1999? Do do do. All I wanted to do, play my guitar and sing. Take me away, I don't mind. Better promise me I'll be back in time. Doo-doo-doo. Great movie. Gotta watch that again. Great whole trilogy there. You only come to this stream for Matt's singing. Stay for the gameplay. Yep, that's me. All right, so we need to buy. I want to check out that barn down there. Where is it at? I think that's it right there. So we will go there and visit that. So this is the barn. There's the forest that I cleared out. So there's the bale trailer. That disappears altogether, right? Yep, so we can get rid of the bale trailer. What about this building? Cowborn Long. I guess, is that tied in with the whole cow barn? Says Cowborn Long. So I guess it's tied in with it. Here we go. Let's see if this works. Okay, yeah, that got rid of pretty much everything except the trigger there, like you said. Okay, it didn't get rid of that. Wonder, is that something that... That is something we can maybe get rid of. Is that the thing, or is that the thing? It lights up in the red. Okay, there you go. Hey, that got rid of all the triggers. So if you sell the... If you sell the thing... I'm guessing that was the slurry fill point, probably. If you sell that, if you go into the thing here and go into demolition mode and sell that, it gets rid of all that. Oh, that's a game changer right there. Let's go up to our farm that we own up here and check out that sheep barn. So here's the sheep barn. Actually, you know what? I need to go up there to it, don't I? Yeah. We know we can get rid of the fence and the walls there. Well, hey, we can just make this all field out here now then on our map. We'll have to do that next season. Let's go up to that sheep barn. So we've already got rid of the fence. Get rid of the sheep barn, hide that. And we know we can get rid of the walls, we know we can get rid of the fence, we know we can get rid of the bale thing. So where... I wonder if these are considered that. There's not like a slurry fill point up here. Enter demolition mode. Okay, you can't click on any of that. I wonder, is there a way to get rid of those? Maybe it can only be done with the cow barns. Because you don't get slurry from sheep. So you can't click on those. Wonder if there's a trigger or something out here somewhere. So there's the trigger area. Actually, a whole big area. I'm guessing this is maybe the area where the animals congregate. That's me. There is that one there in the front. But it's not tied to an object. The troughs are phase throughable. Just wondering if there's, cause you know down at the cow one we just did, we got rid of the slurry thing and it got rid of it. See, there's a trigger for these. These are not. There is a trigger for these. None of them are. Yeah, these are phase throughable there. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Now the fence we know is there's a separate box over here. But there's no like object tied to it. I don't know what it would be. I'm sure there's a way. But I don't know what that way is. You know, on some maps, even the in-game maps, there were, like at Grandpa's farm on Riverbend, there were little sheds and solar panels that you could get rid of, but they would also get rid of like other key objects. So you'd find like a little solar panel on like a stand, and you could get rid of that, and that would get rid of the little old shed next to it, or the entrance kind of rail. But I don't know what the sheep would be tied to, if there's anything tied to them. They might not be. Yeah, that's the milk wool loading. This would be where I guess you would maybe give them water or feed them here. Yeah, that's where you feed them at right here. And then this, to my recollection, would be the pallet spawning zone here. And then you'd have the animal offload right here. So you'd back up your animal trailer and offload new animals or take them and sell them somewhere if you wanted to. I don't know. I don't know what else the sheep could be tied to over there. It's not the fence. We've gotten rid of the fence over there. Maybe nothing. So we'll probably just leave the sheep barn there. May go ahead and get rid of like the bale trailer out front or something like that, but we can get rid of that barn down there. Trying to think, is there any other building that we might want to get rid of? That we've been kind of having to work around. Not to my knowledge. Not off the top of my head. I'll probably think of something later. So we'll quit this and go back to our map. It's good we know that that works now, though. I'm glad you said that. Good to know. So that means we don't have to work, really, unless there's a sign down that road. I didn't see if there was a sign. Guess I need to go back and look. If there's a sign on that road, we'll have to keep the road, but we can get rid of the barn. I may play around with that a little bit more too. Go in and look at the other farms, see if there's any other buildings we want to get rid of. I would say maybe the cow barn at the blue farm. We could probably get rid of that because we've already got rid of the cow pasture. We're not going to do cows down there. And you know what? We're fixing to plow that up down there too, so we'll go take a look at that. Just wait for the map to load. Go down to the blue farm here. This is the cow barn here. I would think this would be the same way. It'd probably leave a big hole in the ground, so we might have to landscape out here. So these are separate concrete walls out here. Oh no, wait, that's phase throughable. That's not. But this is. So I wonder, is that attached to this? That does not light up. Hang on, wait. I gotta go into demolition mode. There we go. Yeah, that doesn't light up. So we might not be able to get rid of this. That'd be something, if I had thought of it just a second ago, we could have gone and tested that, but I'm going to say we can't get rid of that one. Oh well. I'll mess around with it, see what else we can do. Do need to go pick up these cotton bales though. I don't know what my frames are at right now. It feels like they're kind of hurting a little. Yep. I'm down in the upper 20s, lower 30s. It's from all the hired workers, I can tell you that much. That's definitely why the frames are hurting right now. Alright, I'll come back out here in just a bit. I'm going to go ahead and take my first break here. Alright, so we'll say goodbye to YouTube. So YouTube, make sure you follow over on Twitch, twitch.tv/thegreenarcade. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see you, YouTube.